Hey guys! So before we get into this, I really want to thank you all for tuning into my first video. I really hope you like this, and if you want to learn how to achieve this look, please keep watching. So we're going to start off by priming our face with our Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm, like so. I'll take off my ring. I dab it all over my face and just work it in with your fingers. Now this product does smell like men, which I don't have a problem with. I actually like the smell of men. Not to be a creep or anything, but yeah. But the smell will subdue once your makeup is all done. And then you want to work this in until you feel it's tacky, less liquidy, more tacky. My forehead's there, my cheeks are still not there. And I think we're good. Yeah. Now I'm gonna be going in with my liquid foundation, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Both of these, I'm gonna mix a little of each, and I'm in the shades 107 Fresh Beige and 108 Caramel Beige. Now with my Morphe M439 brush, I'm just gonna dab a little and buff it in. Now this foundation is medium coverage, medium to full I believe, but it is buildable, so just apply as much as you would like for your desired coverage. Now that we have our foundation on, hopefully matching our neck, which I think it is, we're gonna go in with the brows with Urban Decay's Brow Beater, and I'm in the color Dark. The cool thing about this is it has both the pencil end and the spoolie end. You could just brush it and it'll make the application easier. And I will go ahead and do that off camera. And now that the eyebrows are semi-successfully done, I'm gonna prime my eyes with a concealer as opposed to a primer, and just because it gives that extra brightness. And today I will be using Maybelline's Master Conceal by Face Studio Camouflaging Concealer in a shade that, in light 20 or 20 light. I'm just gonna take a little bit like so, and I'm gonna just prime my lids with it. Now the reason you want to do this is so that your eyeshadow stays on longer than it would if it didn't have it. But you also want to take into consideration the amount of concealer that you're putting on, because if you put on too much, it could have the opposite effect and it'll just start to crease on you like crazy. And I know I'm creasy, so I gotta really be careful with this one. Okay, and now on to the eyes. So for today's look, I will be using Morphe's 35O palette, which is gorgeous, and the color payoff is amazing for the price and the amount of colors you have in here. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. So first, to set everything that's going on here, I'm going to be using the only shadow that will not be from the Morphe palette. It'll be from my Tartelette palette. Yeah, by Tarte. And I'm going to be going in with just any fluffy brush. I'm using Morphe M200 if you guys could see. And I will be going in with Free Spirit from the Tartelette by Tarte palette. I'm gonna just set everything so that it helps out with the blending later on. So now with another fluffy brush, maybe a thinner one. No, this is too thin. Yes, I'll go with this one. I'm using the GOC Makeup Precision Crease in G23 brush. It should look something like that. I'm comparing the two. This one is more stiff as opposed to this one's more fluffy, so I'll have more control with this one than with this one. And that's exactly what you want. And I'll be going in. Now these colors don't have names, unfortunately, so I'll try my best to make you guys follow along. I'm gonna be going in with this color right here. Tap off the excess and just put it right over that color you put in the crease and make it more of a brown as opposed to the mauve that it was before. Now it's gonna look like a brown with pinkish undertones is what you want. Bring it up a little above the crease, close to the brow. Should look like that. Now with an even more precise brush, I'll be using the GOC SX Precision in G842. So that's what this looks like. Now compared to the last one, you can tell that this one is more pointed as opposed to this one, which is more fluffy. And this one is also a little bit denser, so it's a little bit harder to press down on than this one. Now with this brush, you're gonna wanna go in with a really dark brown, and I will be going back and forth between these two colors right here. You're gonna apply this in the outer V of the outer 1/3 of your eye. Like so. You're gonna want to keep this brush near you because you will be using it again, so I suggest you just give it a nice cleanup, just like that, until you notice that the color is kind of dying out. You won't need it to be completely dyed out. In fact, you want to keep, like, I would say 4% of the color in it. Now with a slightly skinnier fluffy brush, let me just bring out the two that we have used so that you could see the difference, how skinny it is. Can you see the difference? Now we will be going in with this color right here on the crease on top of the brown, just to make sure that everything is blended out. So it would be, you would be going in right here, and you would want to kind of cover the mauve, that we have a combo of those colors. And the good thing about these colors is that a little go a really long way. So you just have to like give it a swirl and that's it. These colors are really pigmented, really good. You do get the biggest bang for your buck with Morphe. If you want to blend out that outer corner with the brown and this color as soon as you're done without dipping your brush again. So the brown that we had up here, see how I just formed a little corner with whatever was left on the brush? That's what you want to do. And you should have something looking like that. So remember how I said to keep this brush handy, the GOC Precision G80, G842, to keep it handy, clean it up just a little bit. With the same shade and with whatever brown is left in this, you're gonna just take a little, like I said, a little goes a long way. Tap off the excess, and what you want to do is put it in this corner right here, in the inner 1/3 of your eye. So you're just gonna want to leave the center of your eye empty, like completely empty, and just try to get as little as possible, but that you still get that, you still see that you have color in the corners of your eyes, if that makes sense. And so I'll demo for you. I already have the little bit of color, and I'll just make a funny face. And almost there. Voila. See how this corner is empty, this corner, and it looks like there's like a little gap right here. Well, that doesn't matter because we're gonna want to put something brightening in there anyway. But if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if you want to skip the brightening of the inner corner, then you do want to make sure that you do get pretty in there. You should have something like that. Now with a more flat brush, I'm using my Morphe M167. Looks like this. I will go in, let's see with which color. I don't even know which color I want. I think I'll be going in with this color right here, and maybe this color. Maybe I'll mix both of them. Yeah, let's mix both of them. And this you're gonna want to put it in the center where you left it blank, just as a base, because we will be putting glitter on this in a quick second. You should have something close to this. Now either you could wipe off your brush, how I said earlier with the precision brush, or you could take another packing brush. In my case, I'll just take another packing brush, which is harder than this one and a little bit more flimsy. This one's a little bit harder to move, and this one is the Morphe G20. It looks like this, part of the Gunmetal collection, which I love to die for. I will be going in with this glittery, as you can see it has been used before. I love this color, this glittery pink right here, and you will pack that right on top of the part where we just did right now. So that brownish orangey shade, you're gonna want to put that right in the center of the lid, right on top of that. Okay, you should have something that looks kind of like this. Now what you're gonna want to do, if you want, you could skip the steps, totally optional, but I'll be taking my Ulta makeup setting spray, and I'll be spritzing my brush with this to later go in with a more golden color, and I'll be using this one right here. Now you should have something like so. So now back with the packing brush, the Morphe M167, which is this one. We're gonna want to go back in with this color right here, just to take off this harsh line. So you're gonna want to mix both of these just to make a smooth transition. Sorry, you're going to want to mix both of these to make a smoother transition into the gold, so it's not this really strong orange color. With a big fluffy brush, well, this one is more tapered, but it will do the trick. This is a Morphe M441, and I'm just gonna go in with this color on the brow bone. Now you're gonna want to use the tapered side. You're not gonna want to go opposite the taper, so if it's tapered like this is exactly how you want to put it on. See the difference? It's light, but there is a difference. Don't lie to yourself. There is a difference. Okay, we are not completely done with the eyes, but now is the time where I like to clean everything up and finish up the face and then go back to the eyes. So now, taking again the Master Conceal, I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand, just a little dot, because you will not be using a lot of these. And then I'll just use my EconoTools. It's a concealer brush. It looks like that. It's really flat and dense and pointy. So on the point, you're gonna want to get just the smallest bit, like so, on it, and draw a straight line wherever you feel you want it. Like if you want it to go like this, then if you want to clean the whole point out, then you would draw straight up. If you don't want to clean anything, then just feel free to skip the step. I want to clean up a little bit. See, so that's where I want the shadow to stop. So that's where I draw the line, and then I'm gonna shade downward. Shade, blend. See how clean and beautiful that looks? It will slay you. So now I will want to continue with the rest of my face and let the palette rest a little bit. Cover it up, set it to the side. And now I want to go in with concealer. Now I will not continue using this concealer for my face. I will use the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum concealer. I was about to read it in another language. Sorry about that. It looks like this, and I am in the shade 08. Palmier 08. Palmier, whatever, however you say that. If you guys know how to say that, let me know. So basically it looks like this, like a little wand. And it's weird because I don't think the whole brush reaches the concealer or something. Look at this, only the tip, and I didn't do anything. I just put it in, took it out, only the tip comes out with concealer. The whole brush comes out, it looks like dry. Well, I know it's not dry. If I put my finger to it, it's probably gonna give me something, but look at this. Why? So I'm just gonna apply this in like a triangle form, down here and up, like so. See, it's dry on the side. What the hell? What's going on? And just fill in fill in. I like to drag it up almost to the end, like close to my hairline, not so close, not too far. So I'll stop there. Go ahead, do the same thing on the other side. If concealer wants to come out, I don't know why this concealer is not coming out, to be honest. This is the second time I use this concealer. I look funny enough. So now what you want to do is you want to take your, if I could find mine, damp beauty blender. Today I'm using one from Claire's because I can't find my Real Techniques one. I don't know where it went. So I just do the, it's already damp. So it's not something you could see. So why am I doing this on camera? I don't know. And you just want to blend out. You don't want to swipe it as much because then the beauty blender will stay with the majority of the color. I mean, it already does stay with the majority of color. But the point is, you want to tap it into your skin as opposed to rub it off your face, because then you're wasting product, then your concealer is going to finish faster. You're going to have to take another trip to Sephora, which depending on your medium of transportation, I don't know if it's going to cost you money or gas. Anyways, costing you something plus the concealer plus the tax. Tap it into your skin. And I just realized I forgot a complete step. Usually before concealer, I would go in with NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector in the shade Medium. It looks like this. It has like a peachy undertone, and you will want to use that as opposed to a concealer where I brought it all the way down, just in your dark circles to hide the dark circles or to kind of like disguise them a little bit, because they're always, at least for me, I don't know if it's my dark circles or they're the fact that my eyes are so sunken in. I don't know why I can't talk today. I've made so many mistakes talking today, but I don't know what the hell's going on. Anyway, my eyes, I think they're like sunken in, which is why not even the corrector works as much. I got this, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna save my life. Yay. Not. It does fix it a little bit, but not as I thought it would. I mean, it is a really good product. I still do recommend it. I love it, because it does do its job. It's just, I think my eyes are sunken in. I have to get like Botox or something. Okay. And with the same concealer, you're going to want to lighten up right here, down the middle of your nose, because you don't want to look ghostly here and then not everywhere else. You want to make it as even as possible. So a little bit here, just 2 lines here. Here, I don't like putting too much, and a little bit down the center of my nose, my big, huge, ginormous nose. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set it. At least for me, I crease a whole bunch. And these are heavy creams which tend to settle in the creases of wherever you put it. So I'm going to be going in with my NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. It looks like this. With my Real Techniques setting brush. It looks like this. I'm just going to want to set the whole thing. Anywhere you apply concealer, that's where you're going to want to put the powder. Now going in with my Ulta Contour Kit. And it doesn't have a shade, so sorry about that. But the Ulta Contour Kit. And my Morphe M173 brush. Big old brush. I'm going to now contour. I will be using these 2 shades right here. just to do the lines. So now, with my Ulta contour brush, fair enough, I'm going in not only with the lighter shade, Warmth Bronzer. So you should be having something like that. Now with more of the warmer colors, so they have names. This one is Warmth Bronzer, and then this one is Bombshell Bronzer. And I told you I was mixing both of them. Now I'm gonna go in more with the Bombshell one than with the lighter one on the temples and on the highest parts of my forehead. Now leaving this alone, I'm gonna go in now with my Morphe M459 brush if this wants to close. And it looks like this is a fat brush. And I'm gonna be going in with my Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, for a long name. And just tap a little bit of it onto the top. Here. Take a little bit, and I'm gonna just clean everything up. So I have to cut lines. So brush 8 the powder. Really brush? Really? It's eating all my powder. Like so. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush, which I love this shade. It's from ColourPop. And it's Super Shock Cheek in Between the Sheets. That's the name of the color. And I love this color, especially for this time of year. It's not too pink, it's not too brown. It's like a bronzer and a blush put together. I don't know why the camera's picking it up as really pink. But the other one, let me show you. Let me compare. This one is in shade Holiday. Look how much brighter that is. This is like my regular go-to for like spring, fall, and summer. Winter, and then the later parts of fall, this is the shade I go with. I don't know why. It's just my tendency. And now taking these, apply better when you apply them with your finger, but I'm not gonna be doing that. So the next best thing to do is have a synthetic brush, and this is just, I guess it's a blush brush from Claire's. I don't know what type of brush it is. It doesn't have a name, no instructions, nothing. But this is the one I like for this. So just swirling it in there. And this is like a pasty, more like a moussey, bouncy type of blush. Well, almost all their products are like that. I haven't seen all of their products, so I won't want to say all of them. But I do have their eyeshadows. I do have a highlighter from them, and obviously I have a blush, and a bronzer. Did I say bronzer? Highlighter, bronzer, blush, and eyeshadow, and they're all the same. The moussey type of tappy thing. Very bouncy. Now I'm gonna go in with my highlighter, also from ColourPop in Highly Wasted. I'm just gonna use my pinky for this. Seriously, I think I'm all out of highlight brushes. Yes, I am. Now with just any face brush, I'm using an Ulta buffing brush. It looks like this. I'm gonna just wipe this out, blend everything once more. So, using a flat brush like this is hard, it's dense, it's the Morphe 508. It's perfect. It is perfection in your hands. I'm gonna use this to color in the lower lash line with some of the same colors we had. So I used these two browns, so I'll be using this brown and this one to color in right here, and then I'll be going in with the lighter golden shade right here.
Gives you very precise application. This brush is the bomb. Fun piece. And I'm going to mix it in with the orange. It's right on top. Place it right on top. Like so.
And now, with any small detail brush, I'm using the Real Techniques accent brush. I'm gonna just go back in with my Tarte by Tarte palette in Super Mom, so it's gonna be this color right here. I'm just gonna take a little, dab the brush, tap off the excess as usual, and just go in right in the corner of my eye. And then in with this one. See, my finger just tapped it, and look at that. I'm telling you, bang for your buck, people. Okay, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. A subtle highlight, not an in your face highlight, because we already got it in your face right here. Now you're gonna want to take an angled, looks like this brush. I'm using the Morphe M220, Morphe M217, and my ColourPop gel liner in Swerve, which is just black. See, this is what it looks like. And now you could either skip the step, because I was going with a more natural look at first. I don't know why I started feeling extra, and I feel I want to put eyeliner now. I'm not gonna put eyelashes either. Like I said, I'm going to my biology lab, and I don't want to waste, even though they're reusable. You could reuse your lashes, but I don't feel like going through all that just to go to class, come back, take it off. What's the point? I'm just gonna go with my extraness and leave it at eyeliner. And depending on how extra you guys are feeling today, you could go as long or as mini as you want your wing to be. Let's see what comes out. As you can tell, I left it empty because I will not be filling out filling in the liner with this. I'll be using a Kat Von D liner for that step. Now I'm taking my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'll just be applying a thin coat. Like I said, no lashes, no curling lashes, all too much for me, and I'm just going to class. If you want to do this, if you want to curl your lashes, put on falsies, do you, girl. So remember when I told you guys bad things always happen to me? You got to see it firsthand. As I was doing my lip, my phone decided to shut down, and I couldn't record the lip part because I noticed way too late. But anyway, let me just show you what I used real quick. For my lip, I just lip lined with NYX Mauve lip pencil. Lip liner in mauve. And then I filled it in with ColourPop Stingray to achieve this color. And that was basically it. So again, I want to thank you guys all for tuning into my first video. If you liked the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.